Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dudhyampi tatyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami.
We extend a very hearty welcome to all our brothers and sisters, Honorable Minister, dignitaries, and all the distinguished guests, those are joining this particular program today. My deep gratitudes and thanks to all of you for having spared your most valuable time to be part of this particular journey. We also extend on this occasion hearty welcome to Dr. Christy Chung from Taiwan, who is the Joint President, IBC, International Buddhist Confederation. But ladies and gentlemen, I would be failing in my duties and in my karmas if I do not place on records that during the entire coronavirus, when we have moved with the difficulties and most difficult times with the humanity, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji, the Secretary General, International Buddhist Confederation, he was with us to share what is the relevance of Buddha's teachings in today's education ecosystem. We extend a very hearty welcome to all the dignitaries. Thank you very much for joining. During the entire difficult time of coronavirus, we had been having valuable inputs from world over. And in a very humble way, if I share with all of you that we got approximately 12,000 panelists till date from the education ecosystem from world over. And I'm so grateful and I'm more humble this evening to convey my thanks to all of them. They have been wonderful panelists with us. Ladies and gentlemen, during the COVID, we all suffered quite a bit, a lot of challenges. And post-COVID, now we got to take on onward journey because every difficulty has gotten opportunities as well. I still recall 15th of August, Bharat Ka Swatantrata Divas, the most pious and the most important day in India, 15th August, because when I look at 2020, I go back to 15th August 1947. सो भारत के स्वतंत्रता दिवस के साथ कॉन्साइड करते हुए 15th of August 2020 आइए शिक्षा को प्रासंगिक बनाएं. We started the journey, the relevance of Buddha's teachings in today's education ecosystem, and our focus was youth, youth, and youth throughout the journey. Now, thereafter, we started having the programs on different dates, and there was a special program because 5th of June, that, if you recollect, that is World Environment Day. This series we started basically on 5th of June. Of course, 25th of March, lockdown was there. From there, we had started, but a regular sequence and a regular program when we talk about, we had moved in a great way. And Saturday, 11th of July, the next week, 4th of July, if you remember, 4th July is a very important day in American history because it's their Independence Day. So 4th July, when we started over there, because a lot of dignitaries that day, my NRI, Indian diaspora, they joined from United States, and it was a humble journey for Buddha's teachings relevance for all of us and a learning. And thereafter, 11th of July, then we came to 18th of July. And that day, for the first time, Dr. Christie had come and she joined us from Taiwan that day. And we have never looked back. And I personally feel that I'm very fortunate that I have a sister in her and she's a wonderful woman and she supported the entire journey along with Venerable Dr. Dhamapiaji to take on the whole program further. Then we got young kids. They had come over here. They participated. And besides that, we got the eminent speakers on 25th of July. Then we moved on. The next one we had the program. Every Saturday we were having a program. Then we shifted to Friday on the request. Then the timings also we changed. So these are a lot of speakers, ladies and gentlemen, lot of celebrities, those that come over here. I'm grateful to all of them, those that been a part of this particular relevant journey. And if I come over here, I came 29th, then the 4th of September, that is on the eve of India's Teacher Day. 5th of September is being celebrated as India's Teachers Day. So that day also we had a very special program on that eve. Then we had come to 11th of September. Then we had moved to 18th of September and thereafter 25th of September. Once again, very important day. If you all recall, it's a important day in the history. We will share 2nd October on Mahatma Gandhi's birthday. Once again, that day we had lots of deliberations. And then came 9th of October. And thereafter we moved on to 16th of October. From there, we moved the next week. That is Dr. Christie and Venerable Dhamapiaji. I wish to convey my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to both of you this evening. You're very, very distinguished personalities, and you supported the entire series and basically to empower the youth, educators, inspiration, and giving them both lots of Buddha's relevance for our education empowering ecosystem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a dream coming true project where I always share, and I would like to make a request to Honorable Minister also this evening that our chamber has studied the project in detail, complete program we have studied. It's a wonderful project. It will go a long way. We should look back Takshila, Nalanda, Vikramshila, and couple of other universities, those were destroyed, where the children were coming from world over and they were taking education. Now the time has come that in the state of Tripura, if this beautiful project comes up, our chamber, which has carried out the study, we strongly support that it will draw the, 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 the desirable and deserving and devoted and dedicated youth from world over who would like to learn and become a better human being in this universe. I'm thankful to Professor Satyendra Dhiman from the Woodbury University. He has given his unstinted support. He's our former president of the chamber, and he's presently a patron. He has taken up in United States with the NRIs that how this university should come as a reality at the earliest in Tripura. And of course, Buddha Purnima celebrations we had. And thereafter, living Buddhist leadership, when we talk about, we have taken the agenda with the present president and a lot of people from Thailand we are mustering. We're getting together and we are working in that particular direction. How do we plan? The coronavirus had deferred a couple of initiatives, but once again, the world is getting back to the order and we all got to move on. The Honorable Prime Minister, whether it's Buddha Purnima or it's any other important day related to Buddha, he is always there to support, even to inaugurate a program in the morning at 6 a.m. sometime. That something is commendable. Now, his vision to make India self-reliant, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that will come via education. The new budget 2021 has been presented by Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, the Honorable Finance Minister of India, and she has given the valuable inputs empowering education ecosystem. if we are going to empower 15,000 schools, and they are under new education policy initiative. At the same time, 100 scenic schools are also coming up. 750 eclavia schools are coming for the tribal youth and empowering them wherever it is possible. Higher Education Commission of India bill is also coming to the parliament now. And at the same time, there is also India's 55th Central University will be coming up in Leh Ladakh, which is a great, great step which is being taken. I think this is the right time. We would like to make a humble request to the Government of India, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, and the Honorable Prime Minister that in northeast part of India, if a proper university comes up over there with the Buddhism studies, so with the entire ASEAN, we can have a wonderful synergy. And at the same time, from South Korea, from Taiwan, from a couple of other places, including Japan, people can come and they can be part of this particular process and program. Our chamber, in a very humble way, we have taken a lot of research studies and we have developed India's first Buddhist spiritual pilgrimage facilitation executives leadership training program, which we all are having. This particular program, if it gets implemented on ground, because we have done digital way during our coronavirus, but we wish to take on this as further, and 40 kids are getting ready now, and 30 were earlier, 10 more have joined now. It's almost 6 months, and that was all e-live lectures which we have dedicated and devoted. We are having approximately 28 webinars per week. You can well imagine that amounts to almost, on the average, 4 webinars per day. We start in the morning at 9:30 and we finish almost at 9:15 every day. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's make education relevant and let's learn from Buddha's philosophy, Buddha's teachings, what all is there in education ecosystem for all of us as far as empowering education, empowering youth and people those want to come to India, because tourism has suffered a lot during this pandemic. Tourism, hospitality, airlines, and a couple of other industries have suffered a lot. This is the time to revive. The people those come for Buddhist pilgrimage now, the people who will come now, they all should be taken care of and they should be given proper kind of attention, better facilities, because you can well imagine the dedicated people, those are coming for pilgrimage. We should put in our best of efforts, whatsoever we can do for them. With these words, I extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Christy Chang, and I would request her to share a few words from her side.
Namaskar, greetings from Taiwan, and happy Lunar New Year. This is the second day of the New Year of Ox. Very auspicious way to start my New Year's Day. Actually, thanks to my dear brother, Dr. Goshan Shavaji's merit. Yeah, I think, we all owe him really this gratefulness for tireless efforts throughout this program. We know how hard you have worked, Dr. Goshan Shamaji, and I think your enthusiasm really touched us so much. And speaking from Taiwan, actually, I was just telling Dr. Goshan Shamaji, I was driving for 1 hour and a half. I just arrived at my Buddhist artist friend's home in northern Taiwan. You can see the beautiful artwork here. And then you see the Chinese character, blessings, merit, and wisdom, and peace. And in Taiwan, I think Taiwan is one of the very few least affected country during this pandemic. And why? I think it's thanks to education. And even to be more specific, I think it has to do with the Buddhist education, Buddhism. 80% of the Taiwanese population actually self-claim as Buddhists. So I think people here, really appreciate what we have, and we really try very hard to protect oneself and each other. And I think there's also a study pointing out that Southeast Asia, has been doing pretty well this time during this pandemic. Also pretty much thanks to the Buddhists, value, Buddhist belief, and, practices of, the Buddha's teachings. And where do the Buddha's teachings come from? India. So I think that's really, a great gift. And speaking of tourism, many people are wondering when can international traveling resume, so that they really want to visit, the Buddha sacred sites in India. So I really, join my prayers, my sincere prayers. Hopefully, the pandemic, again, everything is impermanent. That's what the Buddha has taught us. So this soon, hopefully, will also pass soon, and that we will all have a chance to return to the Buddha's hometown again. So I really hope that we can all join our prayers, our efforts in making that possible. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you very much for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, basically it's a Thanksgiving because they have done remarkable during entire pandemic, and every week they were with us to support the cause. And I think all my Indian diaspora, my brothers and sisters, and at the same time, our government of India, particularly Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and couple of other stakeholders, we should look into it that if northeast part of India gets this university in a proper shape over there, I personally feel that all the research what we have gathered, all the data what we have collected, it will do great linkage between entire northeast part of India and the ASEAN countries, and going beyond to South Korea, Taiwan, Japan, and couple of other places which are related to Buddhism. We pray to Almighty for the well-being of everybody, and with the permission of Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji, if you can say a few words, and then we can tell Dr. Christy Chang to do the prayer for us for closing. Few words from Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji.
Okay, a very good evening to everyone. High appreciation and gratitude thanks to our master MC and master planner and master coordinator of this program, that we had a very long program, several sessions. The DG ICSI, Dr. Gulshan Sharmaji. We have started with the relevance of education, the relevance of Buddha's education into this world. If we are to recall what we have discussed, the teachings of the Buddha, it starts with observation. See, observation is the beginning of Buddha's teaching. If we see the life of Buddha, the Siddhartha Gautama, before he became awakened and enlightened, when he walked out, when he went out from his palace in a chariot to see the places, and whatever he has seen, usually it is said to be four: the old man, the sick man, the dead man and the monk or the saint. See, that was what the beginning in the life of Siddhartha Gautama, which turned him to be a Buddha. That means he observed his surrounding, he observed within. So the observation is very important in the life of everybody. We cannot say that we don't care whatever is happening, let it happen. If somebody is dying, let it die. Let someone die, let somebody suffer. If we are happy, if we are good, that's enough. We cannot say that. To learn from the life of Buddha, from the teachings of the Buddha, we should observe, and then next step is research. Research means asking questions. Then the Siddhartha Gautama started asking questions. Who is that person, old man, or why old? Like that. Whether everybody has to become old? Yes, everybody will become old. And that the sick person, whether everybody will become sick one day? Yes, everybody will become sick one day. Whether everybody will die? Yes, everybody will die one day. You see, the question started asking. That means Buddha was doing the questioning, trying to understand the phenomena. So everyone, whoever wants to follow the teachings of the Buddha, has to put question. Questioning means trying to understand the phenomena. It is not questioning for the sake of questioning and for arrogance, for satisfying one's ego. No, to understand, to realize the truth, to uncover the truth. That is for the research part in the life of Buddha, by questioning. And then Buddha took it for 6 years, trying different techniques, different methods in different places, meeting different saints and masters and yogis and munis, rishis at the time. See, that is what we have to learn from the Buddha's life, that we have to keep ourselves open to our environment, to the things that's happening around us, not to take for granted whatever comes. And then the third part of the Buddha's teaching, or in the life of Buddha, is his discovery, Buddha's discovery. What Buddha has discovered, it's called vipassana, actually. It means through insightful understanding, awakening, the thing that Buddha has discovered, the first one is everything, whatever happens, has a cause. Whatever happens has a cause. Everything is caused. So if cause is removed, effect also can be removed. That's what Buddha has discovered. It's called actually the Four Noble Truths. So in the teachings of the Buddha, whether it is during Corona or beyond Corona, before Corona or after Corona, what we have to understand is whatever happens, it has a cause. And it is our duty as human being, rational, intelligent human being, not to cry, not to be depressed, not to subjugate ourselves to whatever in the media or this in the market hearsay, which frighten us about the Corona or so many things. That is not the case. Buddha has said, find out the cause or the reason of whatever is happening and find out the way out. If there is a way out, then you work on that and you will definitely overcome that. That's what I think the government of India, our Honorable Prime Minister, and also the world leaders, global leaders, they have done that. They observed the situation, the Corona pandemic. They try to understand it, including scientists, biologists, everybody, and then they try to find out a way, and they found a way out. Now vaccine is available in the market, right? That is what actually so relevant, the teachings of the Buddha. And at last, as you have told to close it, to conclude it within say 20-25 minutes, I'll be closing it, but saying that what Buddha has said, very important, nothing is permanent. That means even these shall pass. That is the the essence of Buddha's teaching. That means even corona pandemic or anything which is unpleasant, which is miserable, unwanted, that will not last forever. This is what we have to understand. That is why the Buddha's teaching says, dukkha. Yes, corona is there, suffering is there, problem is there, but dukkha or misery or suffering is not compulsory, mandatory, it is an optional thing. Optional. That means we have every capacity, every possibility to choose whether to remain in dukkha, suffering, or we want to come out of suffering. Our choice. So it is not like bound. That is what Buddha has taught. There is a way out. So I would request everyone not to get frightened, not to get dejected or depressed. Life is a journey. We have to move on and joyfully. We have to lead our life. First is L. First L means lead, which stands, we should be source of light. Source of light, which brightens the life of myself, brightens the life of many others, right? Leading oneself, L, first L. E, E means what? We should be source of energy. We should not have a life of lethargy and then laziness and then depressed, all this kind of thing. So be vibrant. That's what we have to lead a life, our own life, right? E also stands for what? Oh, elevated. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we have to stand elevated, not depressed. That's what we have to keep ourselves elevated. Then A means what? We have to ask, know how to ask, what to ask, from where to ask. Right? Asking is also important. And also we have to know how to answer. That means, what I mean by asking is you try to get from the nature, from the universe, from the thing, whatever you need. Definitely you get it. Once you get it, you answer means you share with others. That's what a leader has to share, to lead oneself. Means get things and get it shared, not only for yourself. And and the other thing is appreciation. A means appreciation. So you have to appreciate, be thankful whatever is available with us. So here I would like to say that whatever is given, either you say by God or by nature or by Almighty, whatever, we have water, we have air, we have mountains, rivers, many things, or even with oneself, our eyes, nose, organs, everything we are given by nature or whatever. So it is our duty to protect them. The purity of water, the purity of air, and purity of whatever we are being given. We have to preserve and protect that. That's very important. Appreciation. The last is D, means we have to actually be delightful. Delightful. So a leader has to always be delightful and joyful. That is what one, remain joyful and share, make others joyful. It is not that I only do and all the good things, be delightful and joyful and let other, whatever things happen. That is not the teachings of the Buddha. So today I would like to thank our Dr. Gulshan Sharmaji for bringing us back again to this forum, sharing our thoughts. And I wish everyone just follow the teachings of the Buddha, that corona or anything that is hard and difficult will not stand or remain forever. That also shall pass. So we have already crossed the junction. Now we are moving on. I wish everyone a healthy, happy, and peaceful life, a meaningful life, and joyful life. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji. That is Secretary General, International Buddhist Confederation, for the benefit of those who have joined now. Ladies and gentlemen, with the permission of Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji, could I make a request to Dr. Christy Chang to say a prayer and then we close the session, if you permit.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, Venerable Dhammapiyaji, for this beautiful Dharma talk. And well, Venerable has mentioned causes, right? And it's about dependent origination in the Mahayana tradition. So I would like to share the merit, dedicate the merit with all sentient beings by chanting, the heart, the mantra of the Heart Sutra. And I will sing it with the melody, which says, go, go, let's all go to the other shore. Let's cross the ocean of suffering together, supporting each other. Gade, gade, para, gade, parasam, gade. Bodhisattva. Gade, gade, para, gade, parasam, gade. Bodhisattva. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. Amitabha.
Thank you, sister. Thank you very much. Very kind of you, Dr. Christy Chang. Thank you very much, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji. And thank you very much for all the audience and dignitaries, those joined this evening. We are so grateful to you. The dream project of International Chamber for Service Industry is that we should have this university coming up in Tripura at the earliest, so that we all can be greatly benefited and the entire humanity can be empowered the best possible way.